Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at my best buddy Toxicroak, one of my favorite Pokemon here. So it's not going to be equipped while we do look at it. As you can see on the side here, it will be landing at $24.99. I do have it unequipped for some of these battles here for whatever reason, I forgot. So yeah, there's that. We're going to be pairing it up with Shadow Dragonite and Empoleon. Now this team proved to be pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit here. Empoleon is just a beast because of its typing. Steel is always just going to be, I'm not going to say overpowered, but it has a lot of resistances. So they're going to be bringing back in theirs. Let's go ahead and get into the commentary here. And in comes Toxicroak. Beautiful matchup. We will be taking super effective from the Drill Peck, so we need to look out from that. Hydro Cannon will also be hurting us quite a bit. They're going to be shielding that up. I do believe we want to shield this up and then go ahead and farm down. See if we're going to be able to do it. Now they're going to be swapping into a Gengar. We're going to go right into our Shadow Dragonite, doing a ton of damage with the Dragon Breath. Absolutely love this thing. Shadow Dragonites are so fun to use. Very frail, they can be, up against their weaknesses. But man, that damage is just being dished out. So we're just going to continue on here, able to take it out. Beautiful. And in comes the Empoleon. And Toxicroak's going to be able to finish it off with counters here. We're going to be going up against quite a few ex-legends. So we're rising up, folks. I mean, I can't put them all into the same category, but it's funny. I want to show you guys my current GBL score, but I don't want to have anybody understand or know where exactly I'm landing. I will tell you this. I am above 2350, and we're looking pretty good. We had a bad set today. We lost. It was like a 1-4. We were testing out some ridiculous combination teams. And I quickly realized, you know what? Let's not do a repeat. We still have plenty of time for this season, but let's just get Legend and then we'll play around, right? And, on the way there, we're going to also be using weird, wacky Pokemon as well from time to time. So anyways, taking a look at this battle, we farm that thing down, going for another Dragon Claw onto the Charizard, bringing it very low, but they're able to survive, and they have plenty of energy to release. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with our Empoleon. They're going to be going in here with Venusaur. We're going to be going, of course, for the Drill Peck. Super effective. For whatever reasons, I was not hitting the flying type moves on my Escavalier. I know, you guys, that's pretty funny. Anyway, bringing in the Toxicroak here. We're going to go ahead and let whatever they throw at us go through. As we already know, Frenzy Plant's going to be hurting Toxicroak still, even though it is going to be resisting it. It's just, Frenzy Plant, and it's just very strong, right? So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, and we should be able to just counter this down. Beautiful, as well as the Charizard. And we're taking the win with the Toxicroak here at the end. This thing was putting in some work, I tell you what. All these Pokemon in unison, though, were working fantastic with each other. Having some bad matchups, but, it happens. And we have a great matchup here. Swapping into Machamp, we're going to go ahead and go right into our Dragonite now. I could go Toxicroak. I could have, which maybe would have been a safer play if I wanted to potentially save up on my shields here. But Dragonite's going to do the job here. Taking out Machamp, we are down a shield, unfortunately. In comes the Legacy Quick Move Charizard here, do believe. And we're going to go ahead and take that Dragon Claw to the face. We don't want to use our last shield quite yet. We're just going to easily bring in the Empoleon here. A Blast Burn will hurt, so you do need to look out for that. They're retreating with a ton of energy. We're going to go ahead and go in here with Toxicroak up against the Venusaur. And that Charizard does have plenty of energy to use when it does come into battle here. So we're going to go ahead and let that first Frenzy Plant go through. No problem. Still holding on to that one last shield here. Going for a Mud Bomb. Getting a shield out of them. They have one left. So it's coming down to the wire. We still have potential to win this, but it's looking pretty grim. So here we go. Going to go ahead and go for another Mud Bomb and see if we can get a shield out of them. And they are letting it go through, of course. Alright, so this is no problem. I think we should be able to still win this because we do have the Empoleon with energy. Charizard in the back. They're swapping. We're taking it out with Waterfall. In comes the Venusaur. We're not quite building up to 2 Drill Pecks. We're going to go ahead and go for this one here. One more Surf or 2 more Surfs. One more. Beautiful. And now we can go ahead and take out that Venusaur here and take in the win. We don't need to hit the rest of those bubbles. And down goes the Venusaur. Thank you, Shiny Empoleon. That thing is ranked very high for the Ultra League with the IVs it does have. It's somewhere like around 5 or 3. So we have a mirror match here. And this, I do believe we're behind on a Waterfall. Something to that degree. Yeah, we're like 1 Waterfall behind, unfortunately, because of the lag. So here is where the bulk is going to come in play. All right, so let's see if we're going to be able to beat this Empoleon in a mirror match without using any shields here. Going to go ahead and let this go through. And unfortunately, Nope, we were behind. Unfortunately not. Didn't help us for the bulk that time. They're going to go ahead and swap into Glade, which I found absolutely amazing because they could have just let me farm them down and then have that swap advantage and pick and choose, but they're going to lock themselves in here up against my Dragonite, which I highly appreciate. Now, we're going to do something a little crazy here. We're going to double shield our Dragonite. We need to win that swap back here. So, going for another Leaf Blade, that's fine. Confusions, and we're able to farm down. Absolutely amazing. Going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw onto the Empoleon, not waste our energy here. Down goes the Empoleon, and they have a Tangrowth in the back. We have no shields. We resist everything they throw, but it's still going to hurt. Let's see if they think this is a bait, and we are going to get it right through there. Yes, they had a shield left, but they had to pick and choose when they wanted to shield. If I was going to go for a Mud Bomb, which is not very effective, and that's the shield, you know, the drill. All right, into the next battle, we're met with a Chestnut. Not great at all. Now, our Drill Peck's going to be doing a lot of damage, but we don't want to see Superpower at all. So we're swapping into Toxicroak and going straight for the Sludge Bomb. They have that Charizard out here now, and we're getting that first shield. I think we are going to go ahead and let this go through. We're going to be able to survive, get to another Mud Bomb here. Are we going to get 2 shields out of this Charizard? If they let this go through, it will hurt quite a bit. Fantastic. Bringing it very low. We can go ahead and come back in here with the Empoleon, I do believe, and start farming up, as well as taking some nice resisted damage. Dragon Claw is going to hurt the Dragonite, so we're just going to go ahead and throw this in here, and there it is. Beautiful. Just absorbing it. Holding on to 2 shields still. They're down 1. Let's see what they're going to decide to bring in here. It's going to be that Chestnut, of course. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Dragonite and let this go through. Superpower, still doing a ridiculous amount of damage to a flying type, although we are Shadow. And then they're going to go ahead and swap into Talonflame. So it's nice to see this thing. All right, we're going to be resisting that fire, but we do need to look out for Brave Bird, and I wasn't going to take any risks. And we're just going to go ahead and shield that up because, you know, next thing you know, I let it go through, and it's going to be a Brave Bird right to the face. So we are doing a ton of damage here. And I think at this point, we can go ahead and let this go down. That's fine. Bring in the Empoleon. See, the thing is, we wanted to get all of their shields, so we could simply go for the Drill Peck and take them out. Just not as extremely weak to flying because of the grass and the fighting typing. So kind of like Talonflame to rock, right? So into the next battle here. Let's see what we're going to be met with. That's absolutely amazing. We resist everything, including the Charm, but just to show you like how OP Charm is, just look how much it's doing. So they're swapping into an Empoleon while holding on to energy on their Alola Ninetales. We're going to go right into Toxicroak here and simply shield this up. Now, we could have potentially built up a little bit more energy here, I guess, but it doesn't really matter because, well, yeah, that we could have underfarmed it and farmed a little bit more, but I suggest you farm a little bit more if you're in that position and then go ahead and release. But don't farm too much because you know what's going to happen. They're going to hit you with the next charge move. I'm going to go ahead and let the Toxicroak go down. No problem. It did what it needed to do. Bringing in our Empoleon and building up to 2 Hydro Cannons here. Not even hitting all the bubbles. And they're still shielding it up. They're going into their Dragonite here. Going to put on some pressure by going for the Drill Peck and swap into our Dragonite to just start absorbing its energy. And we're absolutely going to let this go through. And down we go, absolutely. In comes Empoleon. And I do believe this is going to be really close. I think I just farmed down. Yeah, one more charm and we were out of there. So it's not like we won that by a mile. It's a good game there. Good games to everybody. Into the next match, we're met with a Shadow Snorlax. Not good for us because Superpower is going to be doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Thought I could catch it, but that was kind of stupid of me because, well, I wouldn't say stupid. Maybe a little bit early. Usually people like to build up to 2 superpowers before they even throw the first one so they cannot take too much repercussion from the defense drop. So they're going to be bringing in Togekiss. This is not looking good at all. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Empoleon. I mean, it's not the worst situation, actually. As a matter of fact, it's actually pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and, yes, farming it down. They're not able to get off a Flamethrower or Ancient Power, whatever it was going to be. And they're going to be coming back in here with a Kingdra. Unfortunately, we went for the most resisted move that you can do. Well, Fire too. Alright, so at this point, the Dragon Breaths are really starting to accumulate. We're just going to go ahead and throw this, obviously, and do as much as we can. Getting the little Drill Peck through and swapping into Toxicroak here. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, that Snorlax doesn't have much health. Let's go ahead and just start shielding everything up and take this thing out as quick as possible. They're still holding on to 2 shields, but it doesn't really matter at this point, and I think they realize that as well. But I don't know, maybe shield up the Kingdra and farm down the Toxicroak some more. They still had an advantage over me, I do believe. But they didn't use shields here, so that's fine. We're just going to go ahead and let this go through, and we still take the win with some invisible counters from Toxicroak going hyper speed there. Into our next battle here, let's see what we're going to be met with. A Machamp, so that's an absolute horrible lead for us. Shadow at that. We need to get the heck out of here. Swapping into our Shadow, they're going to be going into Ampharos, and that's not going to be something we necessarily want to see, but it could be worse. Going for a Dragon Claw and bringing it into the low yellow. Looking good here. Going to go ahead and shield up this first one and just do as much damage as we can here. They had some more energy ready to go. That's fine. We're going to let it go through. And you know what would have been pretty nice is if I went in here and farmed down with Empoleon, because there's a counter down. But we go in with Toxicroak, I suppose, and start building up our energy. And they're coming back in here with that Snorlax. Alright, so this is looking pretty fantastic for us. We just need to watch ourselves here. They have the Machamp in the back. This thing's weak to fighting. Everything that Machamp's going to throw at us is going to be resisted, although it is Shadow. And now we're a little low. Okay, now we've got ourselves a little low. Swapping into our Empoleon here to absorb whatever. I was hoping to catch a Body Slam, but they, held their charge moves. Going for a Drill Peck here. Going to get that shield out of them. They have one more shield left, and we're going to... Oh, man, I don't think we're going to be able to win this here. You know what? I didn't use my shields properly. That's why I lost this battle. We were looking fantastic. See, everything's in unison. You have to pick and choose every little detail to win battles up against people who really know what they're doing, especially when you have a bad league. So, yeah, taking a loss there. Moving on to our next clone. And what are we going to be met with? It's going to be a Empoleon. Okay, so we have a mirror match going on here. Now, for this battle, I do believe I'm up ahead of one Surf. So we have the advantage. Plus, we have a very tanky Empoleon. So going for the first one, what they're doing is looks like they're trying to build up to 2. And I'm sure they have it right about now. So we're going to go ahead and throw this. They're not shielding it up. And we're counting on surviving both of these with our bulk. Let's see if we can do it. So there's one. We didn't last time. We should be able to survive by just a little bit here. Beautiful. And they're swapping to take us out. And they lock themselves. Alright, so I literally had to go back and watch the video. I had to stop the commentary for a moment because this battle looks very familiar, right? It's just playing out the same way. We were going to double shield our Dragonite. I think we're going to... No, we're not double shielding it again. Alright, it looks like the same thing. We're going to shield it now. Alright, so the difference from before is we're actually saving a shield as opposed to using it because it looks familiar. I had to stop for a second and make sure. A lot of these trainers, I mean, they got the same pose, the same outfit. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's like fighting an army of these legends. So, gonna get that shield out of the Toxicroak. Swapping into ours immediately here because now they have no shields left. They're thinking that they were gonna catch a charge move there. It was very close to doing that, but no bueno, sir. Sorry. And we're gonna be able to get to another one here. Don't even need to hit the bubbles, and we take the win. Holding on to a shield. Let's get it, folks. Let's keep it moving. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy these battles. And let's see what we're going to be met with this time. It's going to be a Magnezone. Let's get it. So this is a horrible lead. Let's see if we're going to be able to work ourselves out of this one. Swapping into Dragonite. You're like, what in the heck? Poke, what are you doing? I don't know. I do know what I'm doing. I just don't want to reveal too many strategies. It's kind of clear as day. But let's see what we're going to be able to do here. So they're going to be immediately retreating. Mission successful, you see. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon here. And, we still need to look out for Superpower. But here's the thing. We're going to be able to take a Superpower still. So we're going to go ahead and let it go through. If they want to lower their attack, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't really matter for the range that they are in for their health. But we're taking them out there. Still holding on to 2 shields. And they have a Magnezone. Okay, we need to remember that. So there it goes. They're still locked in here. So this is looking pretty good. Now, this is a mirror shot, but I'm shielding it up just in case because we're looking great. They have a Machamp in the back. Boy, oh boy. So swapping into that Dragonite sure is looking real nice right now. And we're getting a shield out of them, of course. Going for another Mud Bomb here. Let's see if we can deplete them of those shields over there. Probably not. Or, yep, there we go. They don't want the Toxicroak to see the Magnezone, absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and let this cross chop go through. And we're looking great here. This is not even a shadow, so we just like, Going to go ahead and shield this one up just for good measure. And they're going to back out. Looking good. Taking the win. Let's go, folks. All right. Let's keep it moving here. I have so much things I want to say, but it's not necessary for this video. Let's go ahead and keep it moving here. And we're met with an Abomasnow. This is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and just stay in here, obviously. We don't want it anywhere else but in front of us right now because we have a Shadow Dragonite. If we have this good, decent matchup here, not the best in the world. Energy Ball, you know, it's doing some decent damage. But there's worse matchups, so we're just going to keep it right here. We know Toxicroak can, you know, battle it out and take it out real good, but they're going to swap, and we're going to get countered. So letting this go through, calling a Weather Ball. Oh, that's so beautiful. And they can't get to an Energy Ball. This is another Weather Ball. We're going to be able to farm this down, holding on to both shields. And they've used one. Oh my goodness, I love it when that happens. Unfortunately, not getting off any charge move. That really stung. All right, so, oh boy, yeah. It was looking so good, acting like I was like, you know, the man over here. So this is going to hurt us. And I go for a Mud Bomb. They let it go. That could have been our win. GG's, that could have been our win, but they called it. All right, so this battle is over, literally. We're just going to stay in here and give them their fight. Let them have that satisfying meltdown of the Dragonite while we pathetically throw a Dragon Claw at it. And they laugh. All right, good game. You called that mud or that Sludge Bomb. If you didn't, then that would have been good for us. So into the next battle, we're met with a Bronzor. Very nice Spice. They're swapping into a Kingdra. Pretty common, but still, you know, it's meta. Meta is what it is. So let's get it. We're going to go ahead and stay in here for a second. I think I was contemplating swapping into Dragonite because it doesn't have a great matchup against Bronzor. Going to go ahead and let this go through. It's an Outrage, stinging a little bit more than the Octazooka. Looks like we're going into Toxicroak. Okay, I had that backwards. My bad. We're going to go into Toxicroak because the matchup against Bronzor is absolutely horrific because of the confusion. But if we have energy, then we're going to be able to do some damage here. So let's see. Of course, they're coming in with a confusion user. We're going to go ahead and go for this. Able to survive that confusion. The damage is going to go through right there. And then we're going to go ahead and go for another one. Do they let it go through? All right, so it's clear that they're just using that as a front to absorb all that energy and take us out. Swapping into their Toxicroak, and we're going for a Hydro Cannon. It doesn't matter. Sure, Drill Peck would have done a lot, but Hydro Cannon, they're still shielding it up, whatever. Swapping into our Dragonite. I'm just happy I was able to get it off before they countered us down. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this up. They baited us with a Mud Bomb. That's not great here. Sludge Bomb's going to be horrific, but we're able to farm that thing down. So now we're going to be able to win. Going for the first one to get the shield. The second one is going to take it out. The health is too low. And the Shadow Dragonite's going to be able to take the win with the Dragon Claw. Looking good. Really loving this team, folks. Really loving it. There's nothing XL in here. I saw a few of you like, you know, they don't want a team with an XL on it. Well, here you go. This is a team that does not require any XL here. So we have a mirror match up against our next opponent here. Another shiny Empoleon. Very nice. Looks like the energy is even, although I wasn't paying attention. And they're going to go ahead and throw here. I was trying to maybe sneak in an extra waterfall. And there they go. And swapping into a Kingdra. And we hold it and go for the Drill Peck. So they're not going to be able to absorb the not very effective. That's fantastic. Swapping into our own Dragonite here. And just taking it down. And we're able to get it out before they're able to get off the Octazooka. Letting it go through. Still holding on to two shields on both ends here. Expecting the Empoleon to come back in. And there it is. There it is. We're able to get to the Dragon Claw. But unfortunately, they're going to be able to get off their charge move first. And we're going to let it go down. Because we're just going to go in here with Toxicroak and start farming up big time. We're going to have to shield this up. Because it will basically get one-shotted here from the Drill Peck. And they're swapping into their own Dragonite. Going for the Sludge Bomb here. If we get this through, this is going to be big. And they're shielding it. I'm pretty sure we've lost this now. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Drill Peck. Do a neutral damage up against them. They have one shield left. Still holding on to it. And they're able to Dragon Breath us down. So, oof, this is not looking good. They have two Dragon Claws. I'm going to shield it up just to entertain them anyways. And yeah, there's that second one. Very close battle. Good game. And you can't win them all. Very nice. Let's keep it moving here. On to our next opponent, X-Legend. Let's get it. See what they're going to be leading with here. It's going to be a Kingdra. Very creative. We're going to go ahead and just stay in here because this is great for us. They have a massive resistance to water, but, you know, I don't necessarily need to put myself in a worse position by swapping right now. And Dragonite and Toxicroak don't have the, you know, Dragonite's going to take it out. You know, end of the day, let's just stay here. Right, so they're going for Octazooka baiting us. Very nice. Why would I shield? Because Outrage, it hurts to some degree, and that Dragon Breath is eating away, so I'm kind of pressuring into swapping here, expecting an Octazooka, and that's exactly what it is. Not very effective. And they're bringing in a Skarmory here. So I'm not feeling too great about this, but if I can get this Hurricane off, it's going to do a ton. We're able to hit all the bubbles. Gee golly. And not able to farm it down. That thing is loaded up on energy. You would think it's going to go for a Brave Bird, right? Because there's no other play for it at this point. Did they build up to it? All right, they go for a Sky Attack. I'm thinking they have maybe Flash Cannon on it. All right, or I wasn't counting again, so who knows. Pretty sure they had enough, though. Anyways, they're going to be bringing in a Swampert here, and we're going to be able to get off a Hydro Cannon. Looks like they can try to farm us down, and that's going to put them at a pretty big advantage here. They're using the last shield, but they did get off their energy right when we did, so this is fantastic. Absolutely letting it go down. Bringing in Toxicroak. Now, our Sludge Bomb is going to be not very effective, so basically we're stuck going for the Mud Bombs here. And, yeah, we're simply just going to shield this up. If they have Sludge Wave, not very effective. Hydro Cannon won't take us out quite. I'm really hoping it doesn't. And we should be able to just counter down here. Yep, looking good. Oh, they swap. And we're going to go ahead and throw this to take out the Kingdra before it just takes us out. And taking out the Toxicroak. Let's go. Wow. Alrighty. Alright, having a lot of fun with this team here. What is our opponent going to be bringing to the table? We have another fantastic lead with the Charizard. They're going to be swapping into Surfetch. We're going to go right into our Dragonite Shadow. Letting this go through, that was very quick. Just a Night Slash. Letting that go through because we resist the counters. We don't need to worry about that quick move damage and waste a shield here. And we're able to take them out. Fantastic. In comes the Charizard and able to get to a Dragon Claw. Looks like they're going to be farming us down here, which is fine. We'll just come right back in with our Empoleon. Or not. Looks like we tied there and we're able to get it off first. This is a beautiful situation for you if that happens because they're using their energy and you're able to get off your charge move too. Coming in here with the Empoleon, I do believe we'll shield this up because Blast Burn is still going to hurt us. And that is their last resort there. Nothing else the Charizard can do. Coming in with a Machamp. Yes, we're going for Hydro Cannon. I thought I hit the Drill Peck, but whatever. They're shielding it up anyways. Going in with Toxicroak. And this is basically a GG's. Toxicroak. Hard counters Machamp because of Rock Slide. Not very effective. Cross Chop. Not very effective. And also Payback. Not very effective. Toxicroak is just like that because of the poison typing and the fighting typing. Great. Into the next one here. Let's see what we're going to be met with. Looks like I had to reset my phone because of some lag. And we're met with a Venusaur. This is not the best. Although it is not as bad as you might think it might be. Because you can take a Frenzy Plant. Going to go ahead and swap into our Dragonite. Was trying to catch a Frenzy Plant, unfortunately. But they were able to pick which one they wanted to go for. They sludge me. And then they swap into a pretty decent counter, which is going to be Empoleon. But we're able to make it to Hurricane. This is going to hurt. And we're doing some big damage to that Empoleon. They're still holding on to 2 shields. Now, I was thinking going with Toxicroak and farm. Better yet, let's go in here with our Empoleon and farm and resist everything it's going to throw at us, and we don't have to waste any shields. Fantastic. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. But, you know, it still works. We're still holding on to shields. We'll come out of here with energy, but we're very low, so that's not the best. And they're bringing in a Venusaur. We're going to be going for 2 Drill Pecks here, seeing that we built up to 2 of them. Didn't hit all the bubbles, doesn't matter, they're shielding it up. Going for another one here. As soon as we get this off, we're going to swap. I think our clock is ready. Yes, it is. Going to go ahead and go in here with the Toxicroak. Maybe we should shield this up. Frenzy Plant's going to hurt. We have 2 shields to spare. Let's not get greedy. They have a Poliwrath back there. This is pretty good because Dynamic Punch is going to be resisted. Ice Punch is not going to really do much damage. We can go for Sludge Bomb, and now we are. Got that last shield. We're going to go ahead and do that. And this is great. This thing really takes out fighters. Unless it's a Glade, obviously, because confusion. So, yeah. And we're going to... Yeah, they're getting off another one here. So, yeah, if we did run into a Glade, what do we have to counter it? Empoleon's not going to be looking too hot up against it, although it has a super effective move. Well, there's that Dragonite resisting all of the charge moves that Glades usually run, which is going to be Leaf Blade and Close Combat. On to the next X-Legend here. Let's see. They're going to be leading with a Shadow Lapras. This is a great lead for us. Skullbash is not going to be too hot if they have that. They're going to be trying to catch something here. Looks like they're swapping into a Ferrothorn. And I was thinking about what I should go into. And we're going to go ahead and go in here with the Toxicroak here. Now, the only reason why I'm going to be using my shield here in a moment is because I did not want to get hit by Thunder. That's still going to hurt us quite a bit. And I wanted to preserve the health here. Now, another thing I could have done was potentially farm them down. They're going for a Power Whip bait. But I'm still in a pretty comfortable position here, even though we're down a shield. That's fine. They swapped. We won that swap. Coming back in here with Lapras, which is also going to be taking super effective from Toxicroak. Very surprised that they're coming back in here with that. What do they have back there? Some sort of fairy or something? So let's see what happens. We're going to go ahead and swap because we want to preserve it. It's a Machamp. Okay, that makes sense. So the reason why we swapped is because they were relentless to come in with whatever they had back there and come in with something that's still taking super effective to Toxicroak, leading me believe that there's something that doesn't want to match up with it. So what we're going to do is save the Toxicroak, right? So here we go. We're in here with the, I mean, it's almost out of here, but it doesn't really matter. It's better to plan, you know, ahead instead of, you know, waiting to the last second, like, well, we'll just see what it is. Anyways, there's that explanation. I like to give you guys those little tips along the way, and I know you like them as well. Shielding up this last surf here, and oh my gosh, they're able to get to another surf. They had a bunch of energy built up, and they're going to be able to take the win. Very nice. Good game. Moving it on to our next opponent. Man, we're really rising up here, folks. Let's keep it moving. This is the last battle, and like I always say, if you do enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, keeping you up to date. And we're swapping. They're going into a Togekiss. This is a rip right here. How are we going to come back from this? Well, we have Empoleon. We have Toxicroak. Things aren't all bad quite yet, although that swap and getting hard countered by Togekiss with your Dragonite is an absolute nightmare. But you have to come prepared for that. You have to build a team that's ready for that. If you don't, well, then you're probably going to lose. So we're going to come back in here with Empoleon, Resisting Charm. Flamethrower is doing some decent damage, but we don't need to use it. We just got to hope that there's not a confusing user in the back. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad day for us. Swapping into a Toxicroak, and they have a Lapras and a Snorlax. This is absolutely beautiful. We have 2 shields. We should be able to win this here. Shielding up this surf, we do have that Empoleon, building up a ton of energy. Going to go ahead and go for this Mud Bomb here. See if we can get a shield out of them. No shield has been given. They're still holding on to 2 shields. That was funny the way I phrased that, right? And farming them down. What's with the shields? There's shields, you know. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb here. And still not shielding. I think at this point they figure that's, you know, lost cause. Maybe we'll might get a shield here. And finally getting it. Really putting all that faith into that Snorlax. Throwing and catching with the Empoleon. Gotta love that. Yeah, love that. And they're able to gain a little farm. So it's not the best situation. But it doesn't matter. We're going to be able to counter down. Thank you for watching, trainers. And I'll catch you all next time. Take care.